Forward to it. But right now, we want to welcome a very special guest to the show. He never worked with Michael Jackson, but he did pay tribute to the King of Pop after his passing 2.5 years ago. And the truly extraordinary results have been viewed by 30 million people and counting on YouTube. That's incredible.
I'm a fan.
There it is. The video even attracted the attention of Oprah, who invited him onto her show, and now he's here on our show. His name is Sam Tsui. Sam, welcome to the digital world's Oprah and Gail show.
Oh, exactly. Well, thank you so much for having me
He's Oprah,
here.
I'm Gail.
He's Oprah. Okay, good.
Yeah,
good
just
to know
because
that.
I think the resemblance is.
Oh, I see it. I totally see it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm feeling it.
I'm so excited to have you here.
I'm so excited to be here.
So let's just talk about the whole initial video.
Yeah.
Obviously tonight is Michael Jackson night, and you paid tribute in such a beautiful way with this
Well,
video.
thank you.
How did it first attract the mass attention that it did?
Well, you know, I think after his passing, there was just such an outcry from the world, and everyone was just dying to hear his music again and really relive, you know, his glory days, which spanned decades. And so, you know, we really wanted to pay tribute to him by putting together a bunch of his songs, and I think it was just that timing and the fact that everyone had such love for him right then that, you know, we got that attention, which was amazing for us, and it was such a cool way to pay tribute.
And on top of it, what you did was so insanely amazing to watch that there's a little bit more to it than just luck. You know, speaking of all of that, you know, you're in your dorm room, you put out the video, Oprah calls, you go and do the show. A couple days ago, we called. You're now doing our show.
This was, I mean, this was the more exciting.
That's what I was going to ask. Okay, good. Just wanted to make sure.
Oprah was not, you know, like that's...
Oprah,
here's where it's at.
We just want to know where your priorities are at.
Exactly. Oh,
yeah,
they're here.
They're
here. Fear not.
Screaming.
Fear not.
What was it about Michael Jackson that made you want to make that video?
Well, I mean, I think what attracts everyone to Michael Jackson is just his commitment to performance and his originality and fearlessness. And I think that's why we wanted to make a video that was not only, you know, a retrospective of his most popular songs, but done in a really original, new sort of way. So we did this sort of camera work and this a cappella medley, which we thought, you know, the originality would in some way pay homage to the just incredible genius that was Michael Jackson.
I once did a Chippendales routine to remember the time.
I would like to see that.
So,
me too.
Next week.
Fortunately, there were no cameras around for that. But it was memorable.
I'm sure.
Everything you do is memorable, Dan. Speaking of medleys, you obviously had a number of his songs in your video, but if you were a contestant on the X Factor tonight and you had to choose one Michael Jackson song to perform, what would it be?
That's a tough question. That's the reason we did a medley. We were like, we can't pick. But I love The Way You Make Me Feel. It's probably one of my favorite songs.
The Way You
That's actually
Make
not in the medley, so maybe, you know,
Oh,
still
really?
a chance to do that. Maybe that's my next cover, yeah.
I love it. Now, again, we were talking about Kelly Clarkson. I chatted with her earlier. We asked her the same question. Here's what she had to say. Michael Jackson is a theme next week.
Okay.
If you were to pick and perform a Michael Jackson song, what would it be and why?
Oh, that's a big catalog. It might be cool. I'd actually probably take one of his ballads and make it really bluesy. I'd probably, like, I don't know, like, I wouldn't want to do I'll Be There because Mariah Carey did so much justice to that, so I don't want to ruin that as well. Like, she covered that. But, as well as Michael Jackson, obviously. But, no, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe You Are Not Alone, just because I like that song. And I think if you blues it up a bit and make it a little swampy, it might be kind of cool.
Yeah. I was going to do Black or White.
Oh!
Just so at one point you could do this whole video thing that comes
I know,
with it.
I wouldn't pull that off. You could pull that off. People would be like, what the hell is she doing? Yeah.
Well, I'd be doing that just to distract from me singing.
Oh, yeah. No, see, I would want to sing a song. I think I'd try and change up the production. Because here's the thing. When you sing a Michael Jackson song or somebody that, like, big, it's like, you have no chance to start. You have no chance
I
to
think
better
you
it.
have a chance.
No.
I don't have a chance. You have a chance.
That's like, hey, I'm going to cover you too. That's not a good idea, you know, because U2 is awesome. So.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's very, you've got to pick your songs if you're covering someone that big.
Well, and just going back to the whole competition of it all, that's almost half the battle, right, is picking the right song.
It is. People don't realize that, especially on our show. Like, there were some really talented people on our season, and, yeah, it was just like, sometimes it was just song selection. It got lost on people, you know? So, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Kelly.
Okay.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Someone's in love.
Yeah, well, you know, kindred spirit.
Now, Sam, Brian Friedman was recently talking about how with this week's show he didn't want the choreography to imitate Michael Jackson, but rather be inspired by Michael Jackson. What would you like to see from the contestants tonight as far as the homage goes?
Totally. I think just like Kelly was saying, it's impossible to recreate it. So I think the best you can do is pay homage not to necessarily specific things, the way he performed it, or specific vocal things, but just to pay homage to his spirit and try to recreate that same kind of energy and connection and just captivating performance. So I just want to see them make it their own and really embody just that X factor that made Michael Jackson so incredible to watch.
That's why Taryn wore the glove earlier.
Exactly. And then she took it from me.
I want one.
Now you have nothing.
Do you have another one? I want one.
No, the only thing I have now are my little like patent Michael Jackson shoes.
That's true.
But it's not the same as the glove.
You guys are all blinged out.
I know, I was trying to wear the glove on my shoe, so I did like both. I did the shoe and the glove all in one.
I feel underdressed. I should have, gotten some Michael paraphernalia.
Next time.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, well, before you go, tell everyone where we can find your videos on YouTube if they haven't seen it.
Yeah,
is it
just
YouTube?
Search my name, The Sam Shui is the channel.
The Sam Shui.
Find
Check
my
it out.
videos there.
It's unbelievable. You guys will be so impressed by this. But thank you so much for coming by.
Thank you for having me.
We love
Sam.
having
I'm
you.
excited to see the show.
All right, now we're going to check back in with Jim Cantiello. What's going on, Jim? It's been a bit.